it's a fairly rare circumstance where you meet the same opponent in the space of a week in a different competition. What's that like to prepare for?
Yeah, you know what you get from the game. You look your own game back, what was good, what we have to improve, and then we prepare the next game.
How have you found that balance between trying to replicate what you did well last week and trying to fix the things that were not so good?
Yeah, this is my job, it's our job. I think we spoke about the good things, we spoke about things what we have to improve. The last training session was good, especially yesterday, good intensity, good mindset, very focused. Today, yeah, we work on some details again, and then we have one more session, and then we go on. We go with the belief, we go with the trust. I think this is very crucial, especially the 50 minutes. I think you know better than me. I don't know when was the last time that Rangers dominated Celtic like this in the last or the first 50 minutes, and I think this is the focus where we are and what we want to do. Over 90 minutes, of course, or 95, and if it's necessary, over 120 minutes. Yeah, I think this is crucial.
You mentioned belief. Is there any danger that gets damaged or it's harder to find that belief when the game ends the way it did last week?
No, not really. We are still in a race. Of course, we are disappointed after this late equalizer. We know that we have to improve, especially then, in the second half. But we know as well we had a big chance for the 3-0, and then we would not speak about this today. But football is football. It's about decision making. It's about focus, what we can influence, and I see a group who's really ready to go again and have also the belief that we can beat them.
Danny, when you first came in, there was many issues to solve, and it seems that you checked some of those off in terms of clean sheets. You went a long run of clean sheets, but maybe the team wasn't scoring enough goals. You seem to have solved that in the last couple of weeks, but again the defensive issues have come back in. Does it feel that a bit like whack-a-mole when you save one, you sort one thing out, something else springs up somewhere else?
Yeah, this is the job as a manager. I think you always have to sort out all the problems. Is the best case. We look back to the conceded goals. I think we conceded too much at the moment. From the last, I think we conceded 16 all in the league since I'm here, and in the last 5 games 8. Yeah, this is too much, and this is also part of what we have to improve. Then you look back against Livingston, the opponent has 3 touches in our box and 2 goals. When we look back to the situation where it comes to the pen on the weekend, we have 8 against 4 in our box, we have overload, but we were not in the right position, and this is what we have to do better. We worked on this, and we will do. This is a part when you scored, I think, in 5 games, 14 goals. This is nearly average from 3. That should be enough to win all the games.
Can I just ask you about Andrew Scovolson? There's been a wee bit of commentary on him this week. The club have also got an option to make that deal permanent this summer, £8 million, I believe. Is that a deal that you're ready to push the button on as things stand, or does he still have to prove that that's a deal that should be done come this summer?
Yeah, I think the good thing is we have this option after the season. Then I have not to think about this now. We know and we saw in moments which parts he can help us, especially in the final third. I think he's also very tactical, intelligent. You see this, but he will also agree, and we had this conversation that there's still more in, and this is what we try to bring it as soon as possible out of it.
Danny, in the days after the game, was it difficult for you to get your head around just what went wrong after that 50-minute mark? And have you already got a plan to make sure that doesn't happen again?
Yeah, I would lie when I say after this game you are happy and you're not disappointed. Of course, you think about what was right, what I could change, how I can help the group. And I think the biggest challenge in this game was that you feel 50 minutes. We can celebrate the win. Yeah, you feel it in the stadium. I think you feel it on the stands, everyone was convinced there's just one winner in this game. But everyone who knows football and who is part of this football knows games can change quick, and a 2-0 is always dangerous. I think when we look back to our away game, we had the same feeling. They felt maybe, we have them today, and then we scored, and then the change. I think it's important that under the direction that you have still everything under control. We missed at the end 5 minutes to come with a 2-1 through this game. And this is what we have to improve, and we spoke about this week. We spoke about what we, how we have to handle some situations. It's in game management, there's also some parts from the tactical things. And the team who is 2-1 down has nothing to lose. This is then always a situation where you can play just forward. But we did some things what we shouldn't do again, and I start always by myself, take the responsibility. I think I take the responsibility for the first half, and I take also the responsibility for the second half, because this is my job.
How much pressure do you feel under, even from yourself, to get at least one trophy this season?
My own pressure is always high, because I want to be successful, I want to win something, I want to bring the club forward, I want to win titles. We have still 2 good options, 2 good opportunities to do something. It's again a game where in 90 minutes or 120 minutes everything is on for both teams. Let's see, we will try, we are focused, we know that we can do it because we showed this 50 minutes how we can play, and with this positive mindset we go this game. And pressure in football, I think it's normal. Every manager has pressure, it doesn't matter where you are. We know our club is special, but it's also a big honor to be manager of such a fantastic club.
Dan, I just wonder how Conor Barron is hoping maybe to be back in March to see any closer to the future at the weekend.
We have full house in the training at the moment. Everyone is nearly back. Small issues with Mikey, but I think they should be okay for the weekend. There's a lot of players available, and this is again also some tough decisions. It's not just the lineup, it's also who's in the squad. And I have to make my decisions tomorrow after the training.
Ryan McNeely's obviously made a good impact. He hasn't always been able to play 90 minutes. Is he any closer to being able to do that for you?
Yeah, he's in a good way. I think, especially, also this game on the weekend, it was a high demanding game. He will play in more and more. But I think during the game, I felt that we have to change something. Dio trained really well during the week again. That was the reason why I made this decision to bring a 10 on and send the forward out. I think in the middle of the pitch was not a problem. We had, in the second half, then some other parts developed not really well. And this is what we have to improve. And we spoke about all the topics. I make a lot of ticks this week, what we have to improve. And then we know, on Sunday we go again. We have a lot of energy, we have a lot of power, and we have a lot of trust to ourselves.
With this game being played to a finish, what sort of psychological boost do you think that could offer the winner going forward, in the title race going into the split?
At first the winner goes in the semi-final, and you are close to go in the final. I think this is the most important thing. But there's another competition. I understand your question that you say, if you win, then maybe it's influenced this, but no, this game influenced just that you go to the semi-final or not. That influenced that you have a chance for a title or not. And after this game is fully focused until the international break to the league, and we have to do our homework. I think it's 2 games with St. Mirren and Aberdeen, and then we will see where we are, and then it will be exciting.
There'll be a different dynamic in the stand as well. 7,500 away fans like there used to be in these matches. Do you feel that could have an impact on the game at all, on the atmosphere at all?
Of course we have an impact. If we play 50 minutes like we did, then the 7,500 will also quiet. I think this is the part in the game, we feel it. We can influence, we can make the impact on our performance on the pitch, and the atmosphere was incredible. 50 minutes, really incredible. Was amazing to feel this. We pushed our players forward, and then it comes to 2-1, and then you feel it in the stadium as well. Yeah, but this is also part of the game. Maybe we can do it together, that we come also through this small minutes where you feel, yeah, the opponent comes better into the game. But this 15 minutes was really outstanding. I really enjoyed this, to be in a touchdown in such a game.
Danny, you said you take responsibility for the first half and the second half. What do you think you could have done better in the second half, be it tactically or decision making, and how might that influence your decision making come this Sunday?
Yeah, I think as a manager you always take responsibility for 90 minutes. It's the full game where you look back. You said that okay, you can do this, but it's always after without emotional. It's just for the tactical part, and then it's much easier with a little bit distance to make some decisions. You speak of Cephas, for me to go to the 4-2-3-1, there was a clear idea behind, but there was another issue what I maybe was not clear enough to sort it out this before. And this is what I look back. We spoke yesterday about this, but don't get me wrong, football is not always about tactic. It's also about emotional, and this emotional level in the second half was really high. One team has nothing to lose, can go all in. The other team fight to come through, and did until minute 91. So far so good. Even it was not everything right. And then finally you get a late equalizer. But yeah, I take this. I take the experience again. I take some things from this. We spoke about this, and then we move forward. And this is the most important key.
Your players obviously played really high intensity, particularly in the first half. Is it possible to replicate that for 90 minutes? And if it's not, do you then have to make decisions with regards to using your substitutes?
It should be our goal. I think when you ask me how should be a Rangers team in the future all the time, then we bring our level versus Hearts and also versus Celtic on a really good way. I think this is, and I know we speak about results, this is the most important key. I said this many times, but compare the group from the beginning when I arrived to these two games, and it was not over 90 minutes, is what we have to improve. If we can do this, keep going, then it will be tough to beat us in the future.
Obviously, last thing from me, Danny, obviously you came in mid-October. Do you feel that Rangers need to win a trophy this season, for this season to be successful?
Yeah, as a Ranger manager you have to. As a club you have to. With these ambitions we have to. I take it also not as excuses that we come from 13 points in behind. This is part of the job. We took them to 2 points close. I think we know this. The last 2 results, 2 draws, was for me unnecessary when I compare the results with the performance. And we have a great opportunity on Sunday to make a good step in first title maybe.
Just how big a boost is it to get Connor back ahead of schedule, because he's playing arguably the best football of his career before the knee injury against Aberdeen?
Yeah, general, I think not just for Connor. This is the new thing for us as a group. I think this is also where we have to improve and growing now. 3 weeks ago you had nearly every week a midweek game, and it was clear there comes a moment where you come in. We have some players that perform well, then they are out for 1 game, the other player perform well, then it means okay, you start again and you have to fight again for your position. This is crucial. This is the reason why you have to deliver during the week now to get a position in the squad. and then you have to deliver that you get a position in the starting lineup. And yeah, it's a challenge for us all, but it shows as well where we are with the group, with the players, and with the team, in which direction we go. And now we have to stick together, but it's also clear for me, in the league we have 9 games to go, and it's not time now to give presents and gifts. It's really important that we have also a corner together with this group. We will go again and again. You cannot change everything. This is not now the time. In March is about be ready for the final games.
Thank you, guys.
Okay, guys. Thank you.